there is no misery. There's only happiness in Krishna consciousness. And so basically, I have different favorites. Like B.V. Govind Swami is one of my favorite when it comes to chanting, singing kirtans. Like I went to Mayapur 2005. Yeah, 2005. Harulas Maharaj took me there, myself and Madhachandra Prabhu. So we went there and we heard B.V. Govind Maharaj sing like so ecstatically. There's some amount of filtration in YouTube, but when you hear him live, you'll just forget everything. Like everybody was literally jumping 1 foot off the ground. Right? You cannot stop yourself like that. So yeah, when it comes to serious lectures, Tamal Krishna Maharaj is my favorite. Tamal Krishna Maharaj will talk in such a way that you want to like basically, run away. That's how his lectures are. Very, very intense. He's no longer on the planet. My Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Vikas Maharaj, is a follower of Tamal Krishna Maharaj. So he also speaks very seriously like Tamal Krishna Maharaj's, lectures. He will just hit you like a thunderbolt on your head. Let's see one of his videos. Of course, he's now with Srila Prabhupada on some planet preaching right now.
Tamal Krishna Maharaj kada meer vinnaru leda chaala famous. Tamal Krishna Maharaj, he was a fire band preacher. He was such a ante meer chinnappudu kada vinnaro ledo piped piper gurinchi vinnara, the story of.
So it's like that. I know everybody doesn't understand Telugu on this audience, but there are number of videos where his preaching style is discussed. So he will just come and say, why are you not distributing books? I told you to distribute books. Why are you wasting your time? Like that. He's like very, 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 very intense. So here is talking about Srila Prabhupada.
Devotees invited me for one of these darshans. And at one of the darshans, I asked Prabhupada, it was Garga Muni had requested Prabhupada to sing a Chintamani prayers, which Prabhupada had done very beautifully. And afterwards, he asked if anyone had any questions, so I raised my hand. And at the time, the draft board was, a problem for every one of us at that age. So I was very concerned about whether or not I'd be drafted because America was at war with Vietnam. And so I asked Prabhupada to describe what the spiritual world was like. And he said to me, he looked back and he looked at me and he said, in the spiritual world, he said, the spiritual world is a place where there are no draft boards. And he told the story. He said there was once a Christian minister who was preaching in England to coal miners. And he was describing the hell that awaited someone if they didn't accept the shelter of Jesus. And he said that hell is a terrible place, very, very dark, very dank and cold and wet. He said no one would want to go there. So all the coal miners were thinking, well, if that's hell, where are we? We're already in hell. It doesn't sound very fearful for us. This is where we live now. We're coal miners. So then the minister was trying to think of a way to convince them to begin worshiping Jesus. So then finally he said, in hell, there are no newspapers and there's no tea. And then they all said, oh, then we must worship Jesus. So Prabhupada said, so in the spiritual world, there are no draft boards. He said, is that all right? And I said, yes. So he said, Jai. Prabhupada had a system of keys, for keeping you see, Prabhupada would keep a key under his keychain, under his wristwatch. This was the key to wherever his belongings were kept, his valuables were kept. So, he never part with this key. But because he was becoming very ill, I was always, desiring that Prabhupada would take me into his confidence. So one day he really gave me an ultimate confidence in letting me hold the key. This was a key to his desk drawer. So I had the key, and then, naturally, what would I do but lose the key? So I came before Prabhupada. Prabhupada asked for something. I didn't tell him right away. I scoured Hare Krishna land. I went everywhere looking for that key, and I could not find it. I had people looking all over that place. And finally, Prabhupada called for something from the desk, and I went to Prabhupada, and I said, Srila Prabhupada, I have to tell you something. Prabhupada was laying down because he was ill. I said, yes. I said, Prabhupada, I lost the key. Prabhupada said, call the GBC. I said, which one, Prabhupada? He said, call the whole GBC here to decide what should be done. Oh, God. You don't call the whole GBC. So there was nothing I could do. I just walked out. I decided, okay, I'm going to call the GBC here. I wanted to call the whole GBC body to Bombay to decide what was going to be done with me, I guess. I don't know. So then I got this, I was just beside myself, and suddenly I thought, let me try another key. And, sure enough, it was an Indian lock. I just got another key, and somehow or other I opened it up. And I ran to Prabhupada. I said, Prabhupada, I said, I opened it. He said, how did you open it? I said, I found another key. And he said, that means the lock was not very good. He said, then it doesn't matter if you lost that key because it's not a good lock. So then he said, now put the key on your Brahmin thread. And made me put the key on my thread, put the thread through it, and put the key. And he said, don't ever lose this. But he had a very interesting way of keeping the key. This key was a key that opened up a safe. The safe had a key that opened up his Almirah. And in the Almirah, under a special place was the key that opened up the safe in the Almirah. 4 keys. They had a whole key system. One key led to another key that led to another key, but finally led to the key that opened up the safe.
So what does that tell you about the key story? So there is a hidden message there. Anybody? He had a key that opened a safe. That had a key that opened the Almirah. That had a key that opened a different safe. So what does it mean? What is the hidden message there? Think about it. We'll talk about it next time. Okay, let's do Bhagavad Gita now.
Repeated.
Huh? What's that?
Repeated birth and
repeated birth and death, maybe, but this is the solution. This is not the problem. This is for the solution. Anyway, okay, think about it a little bit more. Dando damayatam
Dando damayatam
Nitir asmi jigitsatam
Nitirasmi jigisatam
Maunam chaivasmi guhyanam
Maunam chaivasmi guhyanam
Jnanam jnanavatamaham.
Jnanam jnanavatamaham.
Among all means of suppressing lawlessness, I am punishment. Without punishment, you cannot suppress lawlessness. And of those who seek victory, I am morality. Of secret things, I am silence. And of the wise, I am wisdom. So we saw so much lawlessness in America recently. So you need punishment. Adequate punishment is required. Punishment to the police who are behaving lawlessly. Punishment to the people who are breaking stores. So it is very important that punishment is very important. Otherwise, things will break apart. Right? So it is Not that, oh, we have to be nice to everyone. Yeah, if you're nice to everyone, nobody will listen to anybody, and it will be chaos, right? So Srila Prabhupada says, Nitin, please read.
Sure, Prabhuji. There are many suppressing agents, of which the most important are those that cut down miscreants. When miscreants are punished, the agency of chastisement represents Krishna. Among those who are trying to be victorious in some field of activity, the most victorious element is morality. Among the confidential activities of hearing, thinking, and meditating, silence is most important, because by silence one can make progress very quickly. The wise man is he who can discriminate between matter and spirit, between God's superior and inferior natures. Such knowledge is Krishna himself.
So what is a wise man's quality? What can he do? Or wise woman?
They can differentiate between material thing and spiritual thing.
Yes. Discriminate between matter and spirit. Everything boils down to this one thing. If you cannot discriminate between matter and spirit, then you cannot discriminate anything. Anything, actually. Right? So to discriminate between matter and spirit, you need a strong mind. Going back to my mind seminar from 2 weeks ago. Right? Otherwise, you'll just think that this is the way it is. Even misery, this is the way it is. Actually, misery doesn't have to be, right? Right now, we are having so many things happening in this world. Some of them are considered miserable. Whether it's COVID, or whether it is government's response to COVID, or whether it is, economy, or the Federal Reserve's response to the economy, whether it is police brutality or people's response to that brutality. You know what? Finally, Minneapolis city decided we cannot fix the police system, so dismantle police. Later on, we'll rebuild it. Right? Because police has a percentage of the budget, right? City of Sammamish, City of Redmond have some budgets. And some like 18% or 20% goes to police. And now they are finding police is not helping. It's actually causing more problems. So cut down that 18% to 9%. Use that remaining 9% to do something else. Right? Maybe for child welfare or something like that. So this is discrimination. And discrimination should also happen between matter and spirit. So I was hearing a lecture by Srila Prabhupada many years ago, almost 10 years ago. Amritananda Prabhu gave me all the lectures of Srila Prabhupada and loaded it on my Zoom. Zoom or Zoom? Yeah, Zoom, Microsoft Zoom. So whenever I go into my kitchen, I randomly select one and start playing. And believe it or not, miraculously, whatever is on my mind that day, which is bothering me, Prabhupada will be talking about that topic. Miraculously. Like 2 days ago, I was hearing about mind. Recently, I gave you guys a seminar on mind, and that thing, boom, mind seminar by Srila Prabhupada. He says how mind can be your friend or your enemy. Right? So the same mind, which is your enemy throughout your life, can suddenly become your friend by saying here to spiritual authorities. Right? So the reason YouTube was invented was so that people can listen to Srila Prabhupada's lectures. That is my understanding of why this was created. Right? There is so much nonsense. Actually, there is a lot of good stuff. Like I was seeing a video yesterday about Italian architecture and Italian museums. If you have time, just do a keyword search Italian museums. There's so many things about Italian culture that are very similar to Vedic culture. They have this pantheon of gods. They have very beautiful art, very similar to Indian culture. They are very, very much into art, right? Sculpture, so many things. So in my view, YouTube was invented so that we can listen to Srila Prabhupada's lectures, listen to kirtans. That is the only way we can survive without going anywhere, right? Even if you don't have a single penny, you just have to switch on to YouTube on your phone and go and listen to kirtans. And you can go to 700 temples worldwide. Most of the temples have a website. You can go to Mayapur, Vrindavan, you name it. You can go anywhere, right? So Mayapur Darshan, go to YouTube. And there you can see the darshan of Mayapur Chandra. It's Madhava, Radha Madhava. Ours is Radha Nila Madhava, Mayapur is Radha Madhava. So what else can beat it, right? You can take darshan of the deities without even stepping into the dham. Virtually, you can go into the dham. So Srila Prabhupada is saying, mind can be your best friend or your worst enemy. Mind can degrade you or mind can elevate you, right? So you have to learn these things. Mind can degrade you or can elevate you, right? Like if you, what did I type and what did I get? I got something else. So if you understand this principle of discrimination between matter and spirit, your life is successful. Most of us think from matter perspective, right? Because matter is something that is easily we can relate to. But spirit is more important, right? So for example, you have an object, right? Pick any object. It could be a clock that you like a clock very much, right? And then you could have a thought about that clock, right? So what is so great about a clock? What is your thought about the clock? Why is a clock important?
Tells time.
It tells you time. Very good. And why is time important?
So that
To
you
know
can
when the
plan
class
your
is
day.
starting.
Yeah, you can meet obligations. If somebody asks you to come at 7 and you go at 8, the meeting is already over, right? But most of the time we are meeting material obligations, but we need to meet spiritual obligation. And if you don't meet a spiritual obligation, what will happen? Death will come.
You continue life and death.
Yeah, death. That's what it is. Like I was contemplating on my life since I came to America. Okay. So I joined a company called PricewaterhouseCoopers, worked there for 5 years, got laid off, came to Microsoft, worked there for 7.5 years, got laid off, then went into a Microsoft vendor company. If you look at my last 25 years of life in America, it's just like I joined a company, then I joined a second company, then I came back to Microsoft, then I came back to PwC. So it's like a circle. I ended up where I started, right? And in this way, the whole life will be finished. In this way, the whole life will be finished. Suddenly, death will come without us thinking about our spiritual obligations. Hold on just a minute. Yes, Papai? Yeah. So that was my daughter. So I had to mute and talk to her and then send her away. So we have these spiritual obligations, right? There are only 3 things. There is time, material obligations, and spiritual obligations. That's it. Life is so simple. If you devote too much of your time in material obligations, you won't have enough time for spiritual obligations and death will come and take you away. End of story, isn't it? Once upon a time, there was a person. He lived and then he died. That is our story. Really, I'm not joking. Like I was contemplating on my own. What did I do for 25 years? I worked for a bunch of companies and I'm working for the same companies. I did 2 stints at Microsoft, 2 stints at PwC, and doing the same stuff again and again and again. Same old stuff every day. Right? So we need to understand this cycle. Right? So if you create a smart art, this is what it looks like. So, and we are living through the mind. Like Harulas Maharaj one day said, all we are doing is thinking we are thinking about the world through our mind, and our mind is tricking us. It's tricking us. Like what did Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said? Every day when you wake up in the morning, take a broomstick or your chappal and hit your mind 10 times before you go about your day. That's what it is. Because there's only one thing. You have to understand the difference between, discriminate between matter and spirit. And if we don't discriminate, we will be stuck in matter all our life, and one fine day we will die. There you go. Philosophy on a slide. If you know this slide, then you will know who you are and get out of this cycle of birth and death. So discrimination means thinking, right? Thinking between the difference between matter and spirit. That's all there is to it. Every lecture in Bhagavad Gita will teach you the same thing. But we need at least 700, 800 lectures to come to that conclusion that I have to do something about it. Right? And then there was one more concept, one more lecture of Srila Prabhupada, where he talked about pious activity and impious activity. Right? There are two things, he says. There are only two things: pious activity and impious activity. And if you go through pious activity and impious activity, you'll spend your whole life. Pious activity and impious activity, you'll spend your whole life. But the activity that we need to do, according to Swami Prabhupada, is activity for Krishna or akarma. Right? So we have to step above pious activity and impious activity and start working for Krishna. That's it. This is one other snapshot of philosophy. The whole lecture is about this thing. And when you do activity for Krishna, akarma means you are not implicated in the cycle of karma. What is the cycle of karma? Anybody know what is the cycle of karma?
Merits and demerits. Merits and demerits.
That is pious activity and impious activity. That is not the cycle of karma. You have to get out.
Actions.
Anybody else? What is the cycle of karma? Nobody knows?
What
Birth
is
and
a
death.
karma? What is a karma? I know I have heard
Akarma means,
karma.
okay, Jaipal, explain what akarma is.
Oh, I can tell Prabhuji.
Okay, go ahead. What is akarma?
Okay. You don't get good or bad, both. When you do things for God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is akarma. So you don't get good results, you won't get bad results. So
That means you're neutral.
Canto 4, chapter 29, text 73, Srila Prabhupada gives in his purport. The effects of fruitive activities reserved in the subtle body appear in 3 concurrent stages. So when we die, our gross body dies, but subtle body of mind, intelligence, and false ego goes on to the next body. So these 3 stages, scientifically he says, one is called bija, the root. Second is called kuthastha, the desire. Third is called phalonmukha, about to fructified. Manifest stage is already in action, prarabdha. And then finally, where is aprarabdha? He doesn't talk about this in here, but there is an aprarabdha stage before these stages. So what happens? This is this cycle of karma. And if we don't believe in it, will it act? If you don't believe in it, will it act? Say something.
Yes, Prabhuji.
How do you know?
I mean, it doesn't depend on whether we know it or not, or like it or not. It's like the law.
Exactly.
Ignorance is not a.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you can say, I don't believe in fire, but if you put your finger in fire, what will happen?
Yeah, you will be burned.
Exactly. Aprarabdha. So aprarabdha actually comes after bija, kutastha. Somewhere here. I have to go check my notes. Aprarabdha means unmanifest. This is the cycle of karma. See, it didn't take me too long, right? I just put in kuta, bija on
So
being.
what is fructify?
Fructify. Fructify means something
Fructify.
fruit. Right?
What? Can you come again, please?
Something that becomes a fruit. So you do an activity, you get the fruits of that activity. Right? You work in Amazon and you get the fruits in terms of a salary.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's look at the dictionary meaning of fructify.
So is the root like your physical body?
No, I'm coming to that. Fructify.
Okay.
Make something fruitful or productive is called fructify. Bear fruit or become productive. Okay, you get the meaning? Now let's go back.
Yeah.
So root, bija, the root or the seed. Bija, right? Don't we say bija? When we plant something, we say bija. Bijam we said like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then kutastha. Kutha means it's in the desire stage. It is not really fully done. Like you would have a desire. I want to go and watch Amitabh Bachchan movie, right? That's a desire. There is a seed. The seed is, there is a deep rooted seed in your heart that you have to enjoy, right? So the seed or the root to enjoy. Each one of us has this seed or root to enjoy, right? Now that becomes the desire. Then it is unmanifested for some time. Then it's about to fructify. Phalon mukha. Phala means fruit. Mukha means face. The face. It's just about to. It's manifesting. It's slowly becoming a fruit. Then prarabdha. Prarabdha karma. What is prarabdha karma? If you look at your right and left hand, you have a lot of lines. That is called prarabdha karma. Right? And actually I have to add one more step here. After prarabdha karma, what happens? You get the results of the activity, right? Which could be only two things. There are only two results in the entire universe. What are they? Pain and pleasure. That's it. Some things you think are painful, some things you think are very pleasurable. But both are painful in the end, right? Even pleasure is pain. According to Srimad Bhagavatam, every pleasure ends in pain, right? So sometimes you see like Navayogendra Swami, who is a Punjabi Swami, he speaks in Punjabi very nicely. So he was saying once, there was a boy and there was a girl. And the boy says to the girl, and he was speaking nicely in Punjabi. Of course, it was very hilarious for me, but I cannot repeat because I don't know Punjabi that much. "O tere bina jeena nahi," something like that. The boy says to the girl. and then marriage happens. 1 or 2 years, everything is very romantic. And after 2 years, the boy says to the girl, "Oh, chappal leke marungi tujhe." Right? Maybe Disha can tell this better because she's Punjabi. I don't know Punjabi that much. After the तेरे बिना मैं जी नहीं पाऊंगा before marriage, and after 2 years of marriage, chappal leke marunga tujhe. This is the state, right? So every pleasure ultimately ends in pain. So there is nothing called pleasure in this world, right? So you may buy a car, very pleasurable, and then slowly you have to do oil change, crankshaft will fail, tire puncture, something. So every pleasure in this universe will end up in pain.
That's it.
So there are only two things Prabhupada says. There's pain and pleasure, that's it. You can put everything, right? Whether coronavirus, your boss yelling at you, everything falls into that category, pain or pleasure. So our prarabdha karma will become the result, right? The result could be pain or pleasure. And then you are sowing new seeds. You are actually sowing new seeds as you are doing right now. Any kind of little subtle desire that you have, like one day I saw a Tesla and I thought I should have a Tesla. Now that seed is sown. Now I have to erase that seed. Otherwise, what will happen? What will happen if I don't erase the seed? I'll take birth again. Yes or no?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So by the point of death, we should erase all seeds. So we are putting new seeds for the next lifetime. So this can be thought of as life 1 to n. Actually, my daughter taught me all these graphic skills, how to use these images and things like that. So which is useful in Krishna's service. Even PowerPoint, why was PowerPoint invented? So that we can serve Krishna. Everything in this universe has a purpose, that is to serve Krishna through these presentations, to discussing Bhagavad Gita. Why was Zoom invented? To serve Krishna. You should think like that, right? I mean, people can do pornography on Zoom too, and then people are doing it right now. But you can use it for a noble purpose like that.
To add on to the whole cycle and to the actions, so you mean to say no matter what action one takes, there is a good and a bad to that action,
right? So basically you should get out of good and bad. You should only serve Krishna. Then that becomes no karma. Akarma means no karma.
So right now, if I'm saying like, hey, I feel sometimes like, I'm selfish, I'm taking this time and I'm spending, I'm growing my knowledge base being in this class. But at the bad side is that my kids say that, oh, mommy, I miss you. Why don't you be with us on Friday evenings? So that's like, I feel bad about that. But then I see that the good is bigger than the bad. So it nullifies the bad. Now the kids also know.
This Bhagavad Gita is neither good nor bad. It is akarma. It is serving Krishna. When we are doing class on Bhagavad Gita, it is not good karma. It is above good karma. It is akarma. So we are doing about 1.5 hours of our karma per week out of 170 something hours. Right?
No, but then it counts as a bad karma for me being not a good mommy, right? Not being with the kids.
No. Mommy's duty is not always to hang around with kids. Did Kunti always hang around with kids? No. She was taking her time off. She was chanting mantras. She was praising Krishna. Right? So it's not like 24/7. Just because you're a mom, you have to just hang around them. No.
Let them be.
Right. So there are two kinds of duties. Anybody know what two kinds of duties are? Jayapal, Jayapal and Nitin are the most senior most in this class. From a year's perspective, how long they have been here. What are the two types of karma? 3 types of karma.
Akarma, vikarma, and
not that. Sorry, duties. What are the 2 types of duties? Tell me that. You forgot.
2 types of duties. I mean, like for me, grihastha is one duty, and serving Krishna is another duty.
Yeah. So Swadharma is for the body, Parodharma is for the soul and super soul. So right now we spend most of the time to do Swadharma, but we don't do Parodharma.
Parodharma.
Happen as a result, you'll again get a body. You wake up and quickly come to Parodharma. And that's true with you, with Sushma Mataji, with everybody, with your kid. So a parent's duty, Disha Mataji, is to teach kids about Parodharma. That is your primary duty. Right? Your duty is not to take care of their bodily needs. That even birds do. Mother bird brings some food and puts in baby bird's mouth. But you are a human being. So human being have higher duty. Right? Did we discuss this last time? Krishna?
Got it, Prabhu. Thank you.
If not, we'll discuss that also. Yeah. So, what was I going to say? Rishabh Dev on parenting. Rishabh Dev gives a very good advice on parenting. Veda base Janani Nasasya or Sisyat, I don't know the spelling. Here's the one, 5518. May 5th, 2018. That's how you can remember it. This is so strong that you will not want to be a parent once you know this. One who cannot deliver his dependents from the path of repeated birth and death should never become a spiritual master, a father, a husband, a mother, or a worshipable demigod. Even for devatas, don't be a devata if you cannot deliver your dependents from cycle of birth and death. So let's go to the Sanskrit here. The Sanskrit is very beautiful. Janani na sasyat. No, actually, we start like Guru. Gurur na sasyat. Swajano na sasyat. Pita na sasyat. Janani na sasyat. Daivam na sasyat. Napatis na sasyat. Namo chayedya samupetya mrutyam. If you cannot give mochayed or moksha from mrityum, repeated birth and death, then don't become a guru. So that is a instruction for me also. If I cannot deliver you from cycle of birth and death, I should not be teaching this class. I should get out. Right? And similarly, if you cannot deliver your kids from the cycle of birth and death, why have kids? Don't have kids. This is how serious Srimad Bhagavatam is. If you cannot deliver your kids from cycle of birth and death, don't have kids. That's what it's saying. So,
is this applicable even to daughters also? To mother and daughter?
Are daughters not kids?
No, the daughter has a responsibility to deliver her mother.
Everybody has a responsibility to deliver everybody. If you don't deliver, then don't take birth. That is the counter argument for this. Yeah. Because then you can be a guru and deliver your mother. That's what did he do? Kardama Muni and Devahuti gave birth to Kapil. And Kapil Dev instructed his mother on getting out of cycle and birth and death. He didn't say, mother, I'll build a nice cottage for you. I'll give you a retirement program, 401k. I'll give you half of my money. He didn't say all that because all that is useless. What did he teach? He talked about the body and the soul. He gave Sankhya philosophy, right? So this is the challenge, right? I mean, I also struggle with this. I give my kids a little bit knowledge. They'll say, yeah, Krishna, Krishna, but when it comes to watching a movie, they'll say, yes, I want to watch a movie, right? By watching a movie, they're wasting valuable time because time is already running out. So there was this sage who was given a benediction, a boon, a varam, that he will live as long as he has body, I mean, as many years as hairs on his body, something to that effect. And we have lots of hair, right? That many years. But he said, oh, that's too short. Like, yeah, I'll tell you the story now. Yeah, his disciples were building a cottage. His disciples were building a cottage saying, Gurudev, we are building a cottage so that you can sit in this cottage and chant Hare Krishna. He said, why are you wasting time? And this sage had the boon to live as long as the hairs on the body, which is a long lifetime actually. He said, don't.
The sage is Roma Harsha, right, Prabhuji?
Yeah, your memory is better than me, Sushma. So maybe it is Roma Harsha, but I don't remember. I don't want to misquote. So there was this sage. He said, don't waste time. Why are you wasting time? Go back to the world like that. Right? So, Disha Mataji, your job is not to spend an additional hour with them. Your job is to जन्म सार्थक करो, करो परोपकार. पहले अपनी जन्म को सार्थक करो, उसके बाद दूसरों को उपकार करो. But again, you are not like Jagat Guru. First, you should be Guru to your own kids and to your parents.
Agree, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah. So, yeah, you are taking time off from them so that you can teach them this valuable knowledge. Because if you teach them this valuable knowledge, you see all those young girls on YouTube who are singing Hare Krishna because their parents took time to teach them, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
My parents never took that time. They taught me all good stuff, which is like you have to study hard, you have to make a lot of money, which I'm doing anyways. So they are successful. But in a way, they are not successful because they did not teach this knowledge, because they themselves did not know. So what is my duty now? Now that I know, I am teaching. Whenever I call India, I say, Mommy, are you chanting Hare Krishna? That's one of my standard sentences. How are you? Are you chanting Hare Krishna? These are the two questions I ask. Right? So that should be our goal.
Okay. I found this on the web. For how mommy I want to buy standard sentences. How are you? How do you say you?
So my Apple phone suddenly found some key codes to address mommy. They should program this to teach people to get out of the cycle of birth and death, but they're programming these things to teach some other nonsense. Actually, once you come to this platform, right, everything else in the world is a nonsense, right? This meeting material obligations material is actually like a red light in your life. It's a waste of time, right? It's a waste of time. All we need to do is this green light, which is meet your spiritual obligations to the extent possible. Different people have different challenges. I know somebody may have financial challenges, this challenge, but then just because you have financial challenges doesn't mean that your life is getting extended. No, we have limited life, and actually it's coming down, because who knows, one of my brother-in-law's colleague, she got coronavirus, and they did some investigative analysis. Where did she go? She went to Costco and she ordered Olive Garden food. So she got corona either in Costco or in the delivery of Olive Garden. So maybe there was some little virus on the package. So as she was opening the Olive Garden dinner, she touched that. She must have touched her nose. He went into the nose and chapter closed. Now she is in corona state, quarantine. One of my Kritika Mataji, please go on mute. Kritika Mataji, who was from Seattle Temple. So she moved to Australia. She married Mr. Ramaswamy. She moved to Australia. They went to India in January. Then they were asked not to take a flight for 3 months, right? Basically, there were no flights. So when the flight started, they took the first flight to come back to their beloved Australia. And as soon as they landed, they were put in quarantine 14 days. They were put in a hotel room. They are not allowed to open even the windows. Food is being, they open the door slightly, keep the food, and then they close the door immediately. So she attended my Saturday class last week. Kritika, are you there right now? Maybe not. So I asked her to come to the Friday class also. So now she's under quarantine. And who knows, if the hospital or the hotel room has corona, she may not have had corona in India, but coming to Australia, she will catch it, right? So this is how fragile our life is right now. So what do? We should fulfill our spiritual obligations. If not, then we'll come back. So we have our responsibility, but our responsibility is really to teach others to get out of the path of repeated birth and death. If not, then don't become a mother, don't become a father, don't become anybody if you cannot relieve your dependence from cycle of birth and death. Right? So the path of repeated birth and death. Okay, let's memorize this verse. Guru na sasyat.
Guru na sasyat.
Svajano na sasyat.
Svajano na sasyat.
Pita na sasyat.
Pita na sasyat.
Janani na sasyat.
Janani na sasyat.
Daivam na sasyat.
Daivam na tatsyat.
Napatischa sasyat.
Napatischa sasyat.
Namochayedya.
Namochayedya.
Samupetya mrityum.
Samupeta mrityum.
We have at least 3 or 4 husbands on this call. So don't become a pati, napati, unless you are willing to deliver your wife and kids from cycle of birth and death. Janani na sasyat. Don't become a mother unless you are willing to deliver your dependents. Guru na sasyat. I have taken the role of a guru temporarily, but I cannot become a guru unless I have the sincere and serious determination to deliver my students from cycle of birth and death. Get the point? This is very important. Very important.
Yes, Prabhu.
So what did we learn today? We learned mind. So mind should discriminate between matter and spirit, the cycle of karma, and get out of this pious activity and impious activity and come to Krishna activity. So right now this class is Krishna activity. So you're not generating any karma. But next time you go on the ski trip or go to McDonald's, not McDonald's, but Mickey Mouse, Disney World, then you are building additional karma. You may think that I'm not doing anything. I earned money honestly, and I'm using that money to enjoy. But it is not Krishna activity. So anything that is not Krishna activity will build karma, guaranteed. Krishna himself is saying that. So he says in chapter 3, right? Remember, Sushma, you have the best memory here. Kim karma, kim akarma krit. You remember that verse?
No, Prabhuji, I am not that. Something only I will remember.
Yeah. So what is karma? What is akarma? Arjuna asked, what is karma? What is akarma? I don't know. Then Krishna knows this. So most people think, hey, this is Hinduism. Hinduism is all, what is it called? Idol worship. So this is not correct. So you have to become Christian. So that's how the whole Europe became Christian. The whole Europe was Hindu. Yesterday I was watching some YouTube videos on early religions in Europe. And they were saying that even in Rome, people used to wear the Vaishnava tilak. They used to wear a U on their forehead. What is that U? Very similar to Tamil Brahmanas in South India. The people in Rome were wearing that U on their forehead. So which means they were also Vaishnavas. So yeah, you have to go and learn these things. Let's go there for a moment. But again, I didn't know all these things. I'm gradually learning, and as I'm learning, I'm teaching. And it's a lifelong journey. So early European religions. One day I see it, one day I don't see it, because these algorithms are not very efficient. Ancient European religions, maybe.
So I just wanted to make a video talking about the intersect quite a lot, and it's got a lot to do with beauty and artistic creation and things like that, rather than kind of literal belief. So it's always going to be difficult to get back to this type of religion. You can't just get back to it. It needs to be reproduced, and this idea of reproducing it is also important. If we look at the Indo-European religions, they didn't actually have a certain strict static belief. They were always producing new literature and new ideas all the time, which is why we see it diverge.
So even that wasn't that well. But I saw one yesterday where they were talking Vaishnava Tilak. The article was about Vaishnava Tilak. Maybe it is this. Anyway, this is not it. Yesterday I saw that, but I'll find it some other day. But the whole idea is that basically, even in Roman culture, they had this Roman Vaishnava Tilak. Let's do a keyword search on that. Rome, maybe Rome Tilak. I'm hearing all nice music. Somebody dropped off and rejoined, I think. So there are different videos like this where people are finding the Vedic roots in Europe, right? So the world was all one at a time, and it's important for us to kind of understand things as they are, not things as were presented to us by the British. We are Indian in body, but British in thought right now. Okay, 1039. Yachapi sarva bhutanam
Yachapi sarvabhutanam
bijam tadaham arjuna
bijam tadaham Arjuna
natadasti vinayatsyan
Natadasti vinayatsyan
Vinayatsya
maya bhutam characharam.
maya bhutam characharam.
So Lord is saying, furthermore, Arjuna, I am generating seed of all existences. There is no being moving or non-moving that can exist without me, right? Yachapi sarva bhutanam, bijam, seed. Remember we used bija there in the karma cycle? Tad aham Arjuna. For sarva bhutanam, I am the bijam, he's saying, right? Chara acharam. Chara means something that is walking. Acharam means non-walking. Moving and non-moving can exist without me. Okay, Disha Mataji, read.
Yes, Prabhu. Everything has a cause, and that cause or seed of manifestation is Krishna. Without Krishna's energy, nothing can exist. Therefore, he is called the omnipotent. Without his potency, neither the movable nor the immovable can exist. Whatever existence is not founded on the energy of Krishna is called Maya, that which is not.
Yeah. So what is Maya exactly?
Illusion. Which is not connected to Krishna, everything is Maya only.
Exactly. If it's not connected to Krishna, everything is Maya. This computer is Maya. This computer is Maya if it is not connected to Krishna. But now we are doing a Bhagavad Gita class, so it is not Maya right now. But if I use it for some other purpose, then it is Maya. Everything not connected to Krishna is Maya. I think Srila Prabhupada had a very good, video. Let's say Prabhupada on Maya. Ultimately, everything we know, everything I know comes from Srila Prabhupada. So we have to be always grateful.
Krimarani Gunidharmani Sarvata Ahokar Vimuratma Tattaham Miti Mannate. To the devotees, Krishna takes charge himself. And to the ordinary living entities, the charge is taken by Maya. Maya is also Krishna's agent. Just like good citizens, they're taken care of by the government. And the criminals, they are taken care of by the government through the prison department, through the criminal department. They are also taken care of. In the prison house, the government takes care that the prisoners not uncomfortable. They give sufficient food, give that disease, they give hospital treatment. Every care is there, but under punishment. Similarly, we in this material world, there is care, certainly. but in a punishment way. If you do this, then slap. If you do this, then kick. If you do this, then this is bad. This is called threefold misery. But under the spell of Maya, we are thinking that this kicking of Maya, this slapping of Maya, this slashing of Maya is very nice. This is called Maya. And as soon as you get into Krishna consciousness, then Krishna takes care of you. Ahamkam sarvapapi bhama krishyami masu. As soon as you surrender, Krishna's immediately word is, I take care of you. I save from you from all sinful reactions. There is heaps of sinful reaction in our life. For so many life after life in this material world. And as soon as you surrender to Krishna, immediately Krishna takes care of you and he manages how to adjust all these sinful reactions. Ahamkam sarvapapi masucha. Krishna says, don't hesitate. You think that, oh, I have committed so many sinful activities. How Krishna will save me? No, Krishna is all powerful. He can save you. Your business is to surrender unto him and without any reservation, dedicate your life for his service, and that will become saved.
So, what did you hear that? What is Maya? Did you hear that? Okay, here a 2.5 minute lecture on Maya. 2.5 minutes, that's it.
Maya's job is to keep us in Maya. She's very good at it. And we are generally, due to lifetimes of practice, we're very good at cooperating with Maya. So it becomes so much part of our self-identity that I'm living comfortably, nicely, chanting, that even old age, you were telling me about. You know what? I'm getting old. I can't believe it. I never thought it would happen to me. That's what everyone thinks. In the childhood we learn Janma Mrityu Jarabhyati Dukkha Dosha Nudarshanam. Very good boy. Chanted the slogan very nice. And then old age comes. And really? It's really true. Oh. But it becomes very difficult if we haven't practiced the spirit of detachment from this world. To sudden, you think, well, I got this itch here and this ache here and there's this organ doesn't work, that organ doesn't work. I got a pain in my ear and I can't see. But you know, life is good. I'll just go and I'll take this medicine and see the doctor and just fix it all up a little bit and we can go on. This, friends, is called Maya.
So what is Maya? Thinking that life is good. Life is not good.
Comfortable.
Yeah, life is comfortable. Especially this is the problem with America, right? Because we have so many facilities, we think that life is good. Like when I went to Russia, they think life is not good. It is painful. In many parts of the world where there is not enough to eat, there's a civil war or something like that, people think life is not so good. So actually having good facilities is a curse. It's a sharpam because we think that it is good. It is not good. So we have to firmly come to the conclusion. So anything not connected to Krishna is Maya. We have to come to that firm conclusion. If you don't come to the conclusion also, it's okay, because Maya will teach you that it will make you come to the right conclusion. Get the point? If you don't come to the conclusion, Maya will take charge and it will force you to come to the right conclusion. So I'll close this window. So let's talk about Kulashekar Alvar. He's from Kerala. Vaishnava Sampradaya. He was actually king. He was King Kulashekara. So what he says is, Krishna Tvadiya Padam Advaimane Vishatu Manasa Rajahamsaha Prana Prayana Samaye Kapavata Pittaihi Kantavaradhano Vidao Smaranam Kutaste. Smaranam Kutaste. How can I remember you, Krishna, at the time of death? Therefore, you take me right away. He wants to die because he's saying in the old age, Kapha, Vata, Pitta. So, these are called 3 doshas in Ayurveda. Kapha, Vata, Pitta. This Western medicine is all a bunch of gobbledygook. They say you take ibuprofen, you suppress the kidney, therefore pain goes away. But actually it is the imbalance between Kapha, Vata and Pitta that's causing sickness. So we have to realize that. So this Kapha, Vata, Pitta will be heavy during time of death. So our throat will be choked. There will be so much Kapha, Vata, Pitta in the throat. He's saying, I cannot chant your holy name. Therefore, you take me away right now. This is King Kulashekara. He's not a poor guy by any means. Very rich. The kings of Kerala were all very rich, as you know from the story of, what is that temple? Ananta Padmanabha temple, right? Ananta Padmanabha temple was a very rich temple and it continues to be very rich, right? So let's see how Srila Prabhupada sings this song. Without him, where will we be? Mala Stotra Prabhupada.
Krishna Tadiya Padapankaj Panjarantam Advaiva Visatume Manasaraja Hansa Prana Prana Samai Kapavata Pitso Kantavarodhana Vidho Smaranam Kutaste Krishna Tadiya Padapankaj Panjarantam Advaiva Visatume Manarasya Rajahansa Prana Prana Samai Kapavata Pitta Kantavarodhana Vidho Smaranam Kutaste.
So this is Vedic Dharma. This is Vedic religion, also known as Hinduism, but Hinduism is a wrong term because right now Hinduism means you pray to God for some facilities. But here is Kulashekara Alvar praying to God for facilities? No, he's saying, take me away right now because when I'm old, I cannot even chant your name, my Lord. Right? It's all about liberation. It's all about renunciation, giving up and going to Krishna. So that is the platform of Bhagavad Gita. Yesterday I was hearing a Prabhupada lecture. He said, the purpose of Bhagavad Gita is to make you come to the conclusion that you have to leave this material world. You have to renounce. Right? But some people like Deepak Chopra will take one verse of Bhagavad Gita or maybe 10 verses and give some corporate lecture charging $30,000 a day. So people have made Bhagavad Gita into business. But Bhagavad Gita is not business. Its goal is to take you away from material world. Samjhe?
Prabhu.
Yeah. So did you see those ladies dancing? How graceful they were. Have you seen these ladies dancing? Let's see that again. You see how graceful they are. So it is said in the spiritual world, when you talk, it sounds like a song. And when you walk, it looks like a dance. So they don't talk and walk in the spiritual world. They're singing and dancing. Singing of Krishna and dancing for Krishna. So that's how we should become. I mean, we are becoming slowly, but we should accelerate the process. Otherwise, life is very tough. If you are not already convinced after housing crash, stock market crash, COVID, burning and looting in America. Did you ever think America, there will be burning and looting? It's already happened. It's no different than West Bank, Gaza Strip in Lebanon or Israel. America is also becoming like that. Because Kali dosher nidhe rajan. Kali is an age of doshas, all faults. This yuga is not like their sages can peacefully meditate. It's not possible. Therefore, we have to loudly sing and chant Hare Krishna. Okay, now let's chant. Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
Nityananda.
Prabhu Nityananda.
Advaita Gadadhara.
Shri Advaita Gadadhara.
Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam.
Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Allah chant together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram.
Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare.
Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Ram Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram
Ram Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram
Ram Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare.
Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram,
Hare
Ram Hare.
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Ram Hare.
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama 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 Hare
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 Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama 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 Hare Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama Rama Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
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 Rama
Ram
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram
Rama
Hare Ram
Rama Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
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 Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare Ram Hare
Rama
Ram
Rama
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram
Hare
Ram 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 Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Ram
Rama
Hare Ram
Rama Hare Hare
Ram Hare
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 Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama
Hare Ram
Rama Hare Hare
Ram Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama Rama Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram Ram